Hi, second grade. This is Module 7, Lesson 21. We've got our application problem first here, and it says to ride the Mega Mountain roller coaster, riders must be at least 44 inches tall. Caroline is 57 inches tall. She is 18 inches taller than Addison. How tall is Addison? How many more inches must Addison grow to ride the roller coaster? Well, we have 57 inches here for Caroline, and we know that little Addison here is 18 inches shorter than Caroline. So if she's 18 inches shorter, how can we figure out how tall she is? Should we add or subtract these two numbers? Yeah, we should subtract. So let's take 57 minus 18. Go ahead and figure that out. Did you come up with 39? If you did, excellent job. Now we need to figure out how many more inches does Addison need to grow to be able to ride the roller coaster? Well, she needs to be at least 44 inches tall, but she's only 39 inches. So we can take 44 minus 39 to figure out how many more inches she needs to grow. Go ahead and solve that on your own. Did you come up with 5 inches? Great job. Okay, we have a timeline here, and our timeline has centimeters on it, and we need to figure out how many of these, how much each of these notches are worth in between. So our first one is 20 and our last one is 50. So we could count by ones, we could count by fives, we could count by tens to figure out if each notch is worth 1, if it's worth 5, or if it's worth 10. So let's experiment here. The first one is 20. And if I count by ones, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, we know we're not going to get to 50. So let's go ahead and skip counting by ones. Let's see, maybe if we count by tens. Let's count by tens, starting with 20 here. See, 20, 30, 40, 50. Oh, well, the end one is 50 here. So we know it's not by tens. What if we counted by fives? Let's try that. 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Oh, we made it by counting by fives. So here it says each unit has a length of how many centimeters? Well, we just figured that out by counting by fives. Okay, now it wants us to figure out what A equals. So we know each notch is 5. So all we have to do is start at 20 and count by fives until we get to A. So let's do that. 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So A is 40 centimeters. Now it wants us to find what is the difference between the two endpoints. Well, to find the difference, do we need to add or subtract? Right, we need to subtract. So we need to take the two endpoints, which is 20 and 50, because they're on the end, and we need to subtract those two to find the difference. So 50 minus 20 is how much? Did you say 30 centimeters? Great job. All right, we have another one here. We need to first find the units of each notch here. So we're starting at 35 and we're going to end at 85. So what should we count by? Should we count by fives or should we count by tens. Well, let's start by counting by fives first. So starting at 35, let's count by fives. 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Oh, we didn't quite make it. So maybe we need to count by tens this time. So counting by 10, starting at 35, let's try that. 35, 45, 55, 65, 75, 85. We made it that time by counting by 10. So we know that each unit and each notch is worth 10 centimeters. Counting by tens, try and see if you can find what B equals. Push pause and then push play when you're done. Counting by tens, let's see. We're starting at 35, 45, 55, 65. Did you come up with 65 for B? Great job. Now we need to find the difference between the two endpoints. So 35 and 85. So we're going to take 85 minus 35. What did you come up with? Did you say 50? Great job. Go ahead and fill all this in on your own. When you're done, push play. All right. So looking at this, it looks like we don't have a beginning point to start at here. So we need to figure that out. So we can start at 75 and count up to 90 here. So we've got 75 here. So let's count by fives first. 75, 80, 85, 90. Well, that worked out well for us. So each length is 5 centimeters. Is that what you put down? Great job. Now we need to find out what C is. I forgot to change it. It's not A, we're finding out C. So we know that each one here is 5. Well, can we just take 75 and go backwards by 5? So what's 5 less than 75? 70, good. So did you put 70 centimeters? Excellent. Now we need to take the two endpoints. Well, 70 is our endpoint here, and 90 is our endpoint here. So let's take 90 minus 70. Did you come up with 20? Great job. It is now your turn to do this on your own. Log into Seesaw and get your exit ticket done. Good luck.